Take pictures with you. You take good pictures.
Are you, sir?
Yeah, because
say I am truly delighted and pleased that so many of you came out today. We had a limited number of seatings, and one of the things we wanted to do was show our appreciation of all of the work and the support that you have given us for the last 40 years. And let me just say this, none of us, the staff, me, or anyone else would have been done without your support. Our advertising, you, and the leadership.
Thanks, Bertie. Good evening. My name is Grace Neal, formerly Grace Neal, but it's now Grace Stratton. I'm still trying to get used to it. I got married about a month ago. But it's my honor to be here on behalf of my boss, U.S. Senator Ron Wyden, who's a big supporter and fan of Bernie and Bobby and the Skanner News and all the folks involved with that. So on behalf of him, I'm here tonight to present a congressional statement that the senator submitted congratulating the Skanner News on 40 years of serving the community. I know we've got a lot of great folks to come up, so I won't read the whole thing, but there's several copies over here for both Bernie and Bobby and all of the staff. So thank you so much for having me this evening.
Thank you very much. This is a great gathering and an amazing institution in our city. So it's a real privilege for me to be here with you. It brings, I think, for a lot of us that have read the Skanner many years, known its impact in our city many years, there's some nostalgia to this moment. Not just because a lot of years have passed, because there's some people that I know Bernie and Bobby would love to have here tonight to celebrate who have passed on in our community. Amazing leaders like Harold Washington. We wanted to Harold over here to thank you because he knew and he knows what the Skanner's done for our city. Or Chris Poole Jones, or Charles Jordan. Other leaders that have been raised up in this community in part because of the advocacy and principles of the Skanner. And that's why it's a privilege for me to be mayor of a city that has the Skanner and will have the Skanner for another 40 years. Now, you know, it's a different Portland than it was when the Skanner started. But the role that the Skanner plays about equity of information and speaking truth to power has always been needed, and it is still needed today. It's really important. And we have made progress in some ways, and in some other ways, we have so much progress to make. You know, Nicholas Kristof, an Oregonian who writes for the New York Times, wrote a column in May about how inequality is a choice. What? Inequality is a choice because of public policy. Public policy in a country where, as he pointed out in that column, all the people who make minimum wage in this country add up what they take home. It's half of the bonus pool on Wall Street. Just the bonus pool is twice the size of the family incomes of all the people who work full-time at minimum wage in this country. That is economic injustice. And economic injustice and racial injustice are the causes for which we need great journalism. And the Skanner has provided and continues to provide great journalism in this city. And points out that these things are not immutable. They can be changed. They can be changed by community action, by elected leaders like those who are here or those who are represented here, and those who will come. And I hope that one of the things I can do in my remaining time of public service is help raise up another generation of new leaders who believe in those things, who will stand for those things, and who will make positive change in our community. Because we need to be intentional here about being a city of opportunity, about working for systemic change and making this place a city of opportunity. We can do this, and we must do this. We lose ground every day when we lose our young men to gun violence. And I want to continue to make that call for all of us to come together behind Antoinette Edwards and other leaders in this room to reach out and hold on to those young men. Tony Hobson is here, others who do that work is here. Hold on to those young men and give them good choices, because we have lost too many to gun violence. Everybody knows about Roseburg. How many people know that we've lost 10 young men to gun violence in Portland this year, in gang violence, just in gang violence? So there is work to do. There is injustice to right, economic, racial, safety, education. There is so much work to do, and we need the Skanner's voice to speak truth to power, no matter who at the moment happens to be in power, and make us do the right thing. God bless the Skanner. Thank you both very much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bobby Dory Foster. I want to thank all of you for coming to help us celebrate this milestone. It's a very emotional moment. As I looked at the photos that we put in our special issue, it brought me back to the early days and some of the memories there. Bernie had to pull me away from some of the photos because he said I get too emotional and I'll be there with the photos all day long. But I hope you enjoyed that look back into the past that we have with so many pictures in our Skanner issue. Bernie told me that he wants me to introduce our staff, and I'm delighted to do that. So staff members, when I call your name, please hold your hand up. We have a talented and devoted group of people that are working with us, and we appreciate that work, and we hope that you do as well. And we just want you to know who they are. So would you please come up? Every person is really very important to what we do. And we have Robert Hall, who is our circulation person. Robert Hall. And then we have our receptionist, Valerie Chamberlain. That's the first voice you hear when you call the Skanner News. You don't get a recorded message, you get Valerie. Our accountant, Rick Gustafson, could not be here tonight. He had a family emergency and had to leave town. Our writers, Donovan Smith. Donovan, where are you? Arashi, come up here. Arashi Young, Donovan. These are our writers. And then our news editor is Kristen McCurdy. Kristen's right here. And our graphic designer is Patricia Irving. Patricia. And I want to point out, while Patricia's coming up here, that she designed our 40th anniversary paper, but she also, in case you haven't noticed, we have a new logo, and she designed our new Skanner logo, as well as when you get the paper this week and next week, you'll see we have a new format, and that's thanks to our talented Patricia Irving, our graphics designer. And then we have the person who's been with us since the inception of the paper, Jerry Foster. Where are you, Jerry? Jerry Foster, who's been through all the ups and downs of the last 40 years with us, and he is our advertising exec. I also want to, and let's give a hand to the staff. I do want to thank all of you our readers and our supporters. Without you, we would not be here. It's fine to have a talented staff, and it's fine to put out a good-looking publication or a publication that has information in it that we think people want to have. But if we don't have readers and supporters, then we're nowhere. We have no business, we have nothing. So it's because of you that we are here celebrating our 40th year, and I want to thank you all.
Keep up the good work. You know, there's a lot of people that do the talk and don't do the walk. So, now I want you to think about this. I didn't tell about that myself, but I want you to think about this. We know there's one person already that announced the candidacy for the mayor. And one of the things he mentioned, the fact that he wanted to take money from the urban renewal district and put it in the housing. That's fine. But you operate with about $1 trillion budget at the Treasury. So the thing about this, since Treasury makes up investments, why don't he match the mayor right now? Just match that money, bring it up here, and put it into housing. Now, there's nothing hard about this, so why do you have to wait 3 years to get you to become mayor? Here. So now they'll be asking for your vote. So I suggest those that know him and work with him, bring up some resources here. So in other words, as they say, don't pour water down my back and tell me it's raining.
Speak the truth.
So with that, I want to just say, Frank, I want you to come forward. So I hope you carry that message to the church. Invest now. Not then. So Frank Taylor, all of this establishment.
When I first came to Portland 5 years ago, there was a few people I met early on, and one of them was Bernie Foster. And Bernie was having lunch over in the restaurant. I think he was with Robert Stowe.
Yeah.
And I went up and I said, "Hey, Bernie." I said, "No, hey, Mr. Foster." I said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm Frank Taylor, and I'm part of the management of the restaurant." And Bernie looked at me, and you all know Bernie. Bernie said, "Don't give me that stuff." Well, he didn't say it quite that nice. I know who you are. You're a part owner of the joint. So that's how I met Bernie formally, and have been great friends with Bernie for the past 5 years. Has always made me feel just like part of a family. Bernie and Bobby and just a couple other folks that I see here in the audience has really made Portland very easy for me to live here. And Tony and Carla and some other folks here as well. But with that said, hopefully everyone has champagne. Do you have champagne? And Bernie asked me to say a little bit about Portland crime, and I really don't want to. You're here tonight. Please take a look around. This is not about Portland crime, and this is about the Skanner News, which we all should be proud of. So please clap your hands for that. You know, over 40 years ago, Bernie and Bobby published the Skanner, and the intention was to be a voice in the community, for the community, and to be able to tell the story that should be told about the community. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
And not only have they been that voice, not only have they told the right story, but they have been a tremendous inspiration to the community and to thousands and thousands of people in this community. They have been role models in the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so with that said tonight, it goes without saying, congratulations to Bernie, to Bobby, and the entire Skanner family. Congratulations, we salute you on 40 years, and may God continue to bless you. Salute.
Salute.
And I'm gonna get out the way. Bernie, are you coming back up?
So again, it's awesome. So again, that's the new look. And again, let me thank all of you for coming. Enjoy the food. And I do not want to be around here another 40 years. Don't plan on it. And he's bringing some back in, okay?
Thanks, Bernie. Thank you.
How you doing? I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Sure.